Module 4. Documentation, Handover and Reporting. The record, the drug chart and the handover built from them. Write it or it did not happen. I mean that clinically, not legally. You will not remember whether the dose went in at 2 or at 4, not after a night without sleep. The next medic cannot ask you once you are asleep, gone or dead. And the trend, the first thing any teleconsult asks for, only exists if more than one observation was written down. Memory is a treatment you cannot hand over. Every entry has 5 parts: the time, the observations, ACVPU, pulse, breathing, whatever else you are measuring, what was done and why if the reason is not obvious, what was given, drug, dose, route, time and who gave it, and what was asked for, with the answer. The format is small on purpose, short enough to write in the dark with cold hands, complete enough that a stranger can take over from it. This is what a working record looks like. The entries here are fictional, the shape is real. The times form a rhythm. The observations sit in columns you can read downwards. The marked row is where the numbers started moving. A stranger should be able to read it at 4 in the morning, and on this page they can. This is the Joint Trauma System's prolonged casualty care flowsheet. Our field record is a compressed version of it. Read it in 3 areas: vital sign trends on the left, the checklist with inputs, outputs and neurology on the right, drugs and interventions along the bottom. Where the printed form is available, use it. Where it is not, the 5-part entry carries the same information. Chart as you go rather than reconstructing from memory afterwards. Every timed round gets an entry. Once the rhythm holds, abbreviate unchanged detail, but never leave an entire cycle unwritten, because an unwritten cycle cannot afterwards be told apart from a stable one. The record travels with the casualty. 3 habits to avoid: writing only when something goes wrong, which leaves you no baseline, the card that lives in a pocket, and a phone photograph as the only copy. A photo is a fine backup. Paper does not run out of battery. Doses are charted separately, legibly, with running totals. Totals are what the consult and the next medic actually need. 4 doses 6 hours apart is a different casualty from 4 doses in 1 hour. Every entry, time, drug, dose, route, giver, including doses that were peer administered before you arrived. Ask and write what you were told, marked as reported. Here is the chart drawn, the columns, the handwriting, the running total marked at the bottom. It is not elegant. It is readable, and that is the entire standard. The handover starts with ATMIST, age, time, mechanism, injuries, signs, treatment, given briefly. Then the trend, what the casualty was like 2 hours ago compared with now. Then what needs to be decided. Read it from the record, not from memory, and have it read back. The read back is where errors get caught, both directions. 3 ways the record fails. Hours reconstructed afterwards from several people's memories, the chart that stops at nightfall, and the record that stayed behind when the casualty moved. From this module, every entry carries the time, the observations, the actions, the drugs, and the answers. Charting happens as you go, and the drug chart carries totals. The handover is ATMIST, then the trend, then the ask, read from the page, and read back. Sources on screen. Module 5 covers monitoring, the observations the record is made of.